Hello and welcome to The Spirit Safe. My name's Rob. Thank you very much indeed for joining me tonight on Burns Night. So I think we'd probably better have a Scotch single malt whiskey for Burns Night, hadn't we? How about this? The Lagavulin 8-year-old. It's a special edition for the distillery's 200th anniversary, which happened in 2016. So this was brought out as a special edition. But they've now added it to the core range. The standard bottling is the 16. I used to drink that quite a lot. I've reviewed it on the channel. I used to be buying it quite a lot when I lived in the UK, and it was available at many supermarkets for a very nice price. Since moving to Canada, the price of the Lagavulin 16 keeps going up. I did review it. It's one of my favourite Islers, and I've tried it again recently, and it's still well up there. The Lagavulin 16 is an excellent Islay single malt. What's the 12 like? Well, first of all, it differs in the ABV. It's 48%, whereas the standard 16 is either 40 or 43%. It doesn't say anything about whether it's chill filtered or not. It doesn't need to be chill filtered at 48%, but this is Diageo, and they haven't put non-chill filtered on the label anywhere. As for the colour, it's really very, very light in colour, a champagne type colour really. So it could be that they've not added any colour. If they have, they certainly haven't added a great deal. Nicely packaged, the standard green bottle with this lozenge shaped label at the top. And the cotton here, of course, is white or off-white rather than the very dark green that the standard 18. So it stands out nicely on the shelf. What else do I want to say? Wood management, I think this is almost entirely ex-bourbon. It doesn't say on the packaging anywhere. But something tells me that it might be entirely ex-bourbon, whereas the 16 does have sherry maturation. Cost me $95 plus tax. I bought it in about August. Diageo Distillery. Okay, let's see what we have. Very nice indeed. When I first opened this, and I opened it live on Malted in Montreal's live stream. It was a bit brash, maybe a little bit too brash. I do like my big, strong Islay whiskies, but it was very, very heavily medicinal, and it was almost chlorinated. It was almost a creosote chemical smell. With all that brininess, it was very, very unrestrained, but it's come down a little bit. There is still rather a lot of medicinal notes. It's very salty and briny on the nose. Seaweedy, intensely coastal, but it does lead to a very chocolatey and kind of cocoa cappuccino note, which I got a lot of in the 16. I always thought that was as a result of the sherry cask that they used, but it must be part of the spirit. Must be the way the spirit is, and it's minty, cocoa-y, minty, a little bit creosote, quite iodine, but it has, and definitely an Islay whiskey, there's no question about that. It's nearer to an Ardbeg or Lefroy really in its on the nose, but it does have the signature Lagavulin coffee note as well on the nose. Seasoned wood smoke, barbecue, quite a few barbecue-y notes to it. Some kind of fruit complexity, like a kind of a grilled pineapple. There's a kind of oaty flapjack cereal note as well on the nose. All just works really well together. The creosote and tarry notes together with the chocolatey notes, the cereals and the fruit complexity. There's a lot going on. Ooh. Wet leaves, wood smoke, charcoal, very charcoaly on the palate, and salty. Very good expression of a Southern Islay whiskey. Sweeter that time. It sort of pops with barley sugar and a really elegant fade towards salt on the finish, and lots of salt at the back of your mouth. The finish, it almost fizzes. It's a long, clean, smoky finish, but clean and savoury. There's a kind of unsweetened, dusty cocoa begins to emerge, and then later toasted sesame, toasted seaweed, and poppy seeds as well. Really lovely, long, clean finish. Excellent. I'm really glad that they've added this to the standard range. Actually, I think it's a very, very good addition. Might keep a bit of pressure off the stocks of the 16 as well. I would certainly buy this again. I think it's really good. Really good, really good expression from Southern Islay. People who enjoy the Lefroigs and Lagavulin should pick it up, and it's not at a terrible price either. So yeah, highly recommended from me. Okay, cheers everybody, and we'll meet again soon. Bye bye.